Pretty good. It started off a little slow. We went through a lot of things, so it was a lot of repetition and a lot of tedious little things that we had to go and kind of clean up. But as we got into practice, it got more the competition started getting better and better, and guys started getting after each other a little bit more and more. And the last two scrimmages were great. I thought today was another good day and positive steps that we took today as well.
How great are Kobe and Nick for just the chatter and to get the guys going, especially late in the practice? You need it, guys are tired.
No, it is really good because they do go back and forth. They go at each other. Even when they're not guarding each other, they're still talking, So, it's fun to watch, because it's all in good spirit, but they also are trying to beat each other too, so that it makes the competition that much better.
Obviously, Byron, defense is going to be a big challenge. You've talked about it all summer long since you've gotten the job. Where are you guys right now, 4 days in?
Well, I think principle-wise, we're starting to understand what we need to do and the things that I want us to do on that end of the floor. But obviously, we won't really get a good look until Monday, when you're playing against somebody else. But I like our activity on that end of the floor. The things that I keep preaching the most, besides our principles, is rebounding the ball on that end of the floor. And we got to get better at that because we have just too many guys when the shot goes up that are just watching the ball instead of making contact with their man. So. I'll watch it again tomorrow, and if it doesn't get a little bit better in that aspect, then we'll just put a drill in that's just straight rebounding drill.
Kobe seemed a little more active out there today. Is that encouraging to see? I know it's only, day 2 or 3?
You know what? Each day I think he's starting to get his legs. He's starting to get the rust off. The more he plays, the better it is for us and for him, obviously. So today I thought he was much more active than he was yesterday. He looked more lively today, and I'm glad I did what I did last night when he came to me and said, Coach, I could do this. It's not real hard tonight. You're not going hard. And I said, no, just stick with the plan and save some for tomorrow. And I said, just bring it all tomorrow morning, and he did. So I was really happy with what I saw with Kobe today. And the same thing with Steve. Both of those guys are just doing great. And each day we just try to do a little bit more with them.
They're not fighting you on that at all, right?
Not right now, but we ain't played a game yet, When we start playing games and you know how they want to play, then it's probably be a little bit of an issue, but I don't really think it will be. I think he understands right now that, this is a marathon. This is not a sprint. This is a long, long season. And again, my main objective when this, April rolls around and we're fighting, for that spot, that he's healthy, that Steve is healthy, and we can give it a good run.
I think yesterday morning you said about 10% offense in yesterday's practice. Same today, or implement a little
bit more. So we're probably up to about 15, 20. And each day I'll add a little bit more to it. But the main thing is making sure they get comfortable with the things that we've added. And tonight is one of those things where we'll just review what we did today, and we'll go over it a little bit more, be a little bit more specific in things that we want done on that end of the floor. Setups again, our spacing, things like that, our timing. We'll work on that tonight. A lot of it's going to be 5-on-0, and then we'll have a segment where it's 5-on-5, so guys get used to having somebody in front of them. And then tomorrow morning we'll just try to go from there.
Steve, it's nice to see him in at the end of practice, right, with the guys, and he's just so good at keeping that dribble and creating shots for people.
He just makes the game easy. Yeah, he really does. He makes the game easy for a lot of guys. He gets guys open shots. He's a great screen setter as well, so he's got that toughness about him. But just his knowledge of the game, again, it's like, what I talked about with Kobe earlier. It's like having another coach on the floor. Those guys can run a play on the offensive end and improvise, when it kind of breaks down, so it's good to have those type of guys on the floor.
Expectation-wise, defensively for Steve, doing pretty good in your eyes?
Doing really good. To be honest with you, he's doing really good. Again, our principles, I think, apply to everybody on the team. And again, we don't look at our team as guys with a bunch of guys who are great individual defenders, but very good help defenders and team defenders, and that's what we're going to need.
Last thing from me, Byron, tonight on the show we're going to talk about maybe someone that's standing out that no one really thought would, or maybe a surprise guy. It might be hard for you to single someone out. Has anyone maybe just kind of stepped up and looked pretty good through the few days?
Ronnie Price. Ronnie Price is the one guy that, you expect certain things from Kobe and Nash, and guys like that, and Booz and all those guys. Jordan Hill's been great, Syker's been great, but Ronnie Price has, been the one guy that I, can look at and say, wow, this guy's really gotten my attention.
Offensively, defensively?
Both. Offensively, he just understands, what we're doing. He doesn't, he plays within that box, which means he plays within himself. He doesn't try to do anything that he's not capable of doing. And defensively, he's a little bit of a pit bull. He just gets after people, and you got to love that about it.